my name is Valerie. Today I have an amazing book that ties and connects to culture, race, and identity.
Read with Val. Read on, have fun, and dream big.
And it is called Sincerely Sicily by Tamika Burgess. This book is a realistic fiction book and I would rate it a 10 out of 10. So the main character in Sincerely Sicily is Sicily, which is the girl on the cover. And she's Afro-Panamanian, first generation American. Her parents were from Panama, but she is, like, her roots go back to Africa, and she is Black. What happens, the first thing that goes wrong is that she gets separated from her three best friends. Her house borders like the county middle school system because they have cutoffs, and each section goes to a specific middle school, and her friends are all going to one of them. And she's going to, I think it's called Chisholm Middle School, which her best friends aren't going there, which is just terrible and is very devastating for her. Not only that, but the first assignment they get is about culture and where you're from. Sicily is Afro-Panamanian. Like I said, her parents are from Panama, but she is Black. So the kids in her class don't really understand how she can both be from a Spanish-speaking country and also African. And she has to explain that culture and race are different. She just finds herself questioning and sort of wondering about her identity. And it gets even worse when her abuela, which is her grandma, comments a really, really rude thing about Sicily's hair. Sicily's hair is usually in braids, and it's just a way of expressing sort of herself, what she feels like doing with her hair, and just experimenting with different styles. And here in the cover she has cornrows, and sometimes she braids her hair, sometimes her friends do, and sometimes her mom does. But her grandma has always kind of had a problem with braiding her hair. And one day over dinner, she erupts and says that Sicily's hair looks low class, feels low class, and that it's very ugly. And Sicily's just not used to this really mean grandma. So of course she becomes kind of distant, kind of hollow to her, and tries to avoid her. It's understandable, like if someone were to say that to you, especially your grandma. And that just adds to her doubt, self-doubt and self-confidence. It just makes her self-confidence kind of go down, because even her grandma said it looks bad. So what would other people at her school think? The good thing, though, about her school is that her best friend from kindergarten, Reina, is here. Reina is Filipino-American, and she was Sicily's best friend from kindergarten. But unfortunately, she moved away and they didn't keep in touch. But recently, she moved back. And they hit it off right away, and they just sort of continue their friendship. Which is amazing because she has, no friends at her school. Around the same time, she also starts writing in her abuelo's journal, and the journal that he gave her. Because her abuelo died when she was younger, and he gave her a journal that she didn't want to write in because it kind of felt like moving on without him. But now she starts writing this journal and expressing her thoughts in this. And this book is it's really empowering, and it talks a lot about culture and identity, which is very important to me as well. It's one of my cores, and just like ways of knowing who I am is through culture. That is how I can relate to this book. What I learned from this book is that every person is unique, every person is different, and even though other people might not relate to you, it doesn't mean that you can't share your own journey and story and your own ways of expressing yourself. Because for Sicily, she hasn't met a lot of Afro-Latina people. She's putting herself out there to share her own identity, her roots, and her culture. So that is what I learned from this book, and I would recommend it to kids between the ages 10 through 13. And I hope everyone enjoys this book as much as I do. Remember to read on, have fun, and dream big. I'll see you guys soon. Bye!